Okay. Next one. I haven't pulled out this tarot deck in a while. Influence of the angels. So I'm being told there are lots of angels around us. Ooh, look at, how about that? Ace of Swords. The truth. Seeking the truth, the quest. And also trying to stay. This is very clear because this has happened before, you guys. When we're faced with tragedies, it's so easily knee-jerk reaction to be emotional. This is the second time I have seen Spirit say, stay in your head, look for the truth, find the balance there, okay? Which means you're going to have to slice through the garbage and decide what you're willing to pay attention to and give airtime to and what you're not. So very first thing is deciphering what matters with your attention, okay? Okay. Oh, these cards are just so nice. They feel so heavenly. And so, this deck, I wanted to get a feel for the angels that are surrounding us. Should we do a full spread? Okay, here, this is what we're gonna do. We're not gonna use that. It's supposed to stay in there. We're gonna do, I'm gonna do a Celtic cross on the shootings. And we're gonna find out what happened and which angels were there when those things happened. Okay, to help us along. Does that make sense? Well, how about that? Emperor. We the people have our own emperor. And in this deck, his name is Metatron. Metatron is said to be the highest ranking angel in heaven, second only to God in strength and wisdom. On the card, Metatron poses as an earthly ruler. The symbols, the scepter indicates the person who has dominion over others, or someone in charge. The orb with the key. Held by Metatron, this object symbolizes responsibility and authority. It is reminiscent of the globus cruciger, an orb with a cross on top, often held by monarchs in historical portraits. The globus is a Christian symbol for Christ's dominion over the world. The orb, shown here, has a key on top instead of a cross. The key represents power. Ram head icon shown on Metatron's chest as part of his garment, the ram alludes to Aries, a symbol of masculinity. Crown is supreme authority. He who wears the crown is the ruler. The direct meaning is a father figure, making decisions, being in charge, having logical rules and guidelines, maintaining structure, and giving order to a situation. The shadow meaning would be hyper-rationality, tyranny, domination, oppression. The angelic message for us: may you always have faith in your decisions without ignoring ideas that are contrary to your own. Although you may be used to calling the shots, always try to keep an open heart and mind. Metatron's with us, all of us, and all the families in those moments was right there. So these horrific events that happened yet again: El Paso, Texas, Dayton, Ohio, and there was a shooting in California prior to that. And you know what? I just want to know about the angels. What do you have to tell us about these events and what happened and what were you guys doing? So, and I'm going to have to be turning this on and off a lot because I don't know this deck. I mean, look at that. All that angel stuff. Okay, so angels.
cut my deck. So when these shootings happened, all three of them, this is about that. The Hermit. Overall, the Hermit was there the entire time. Okay, so the Hermit is Remliel, the angel of awakening, helps us see the difference between illusion and truth, and guides us in our journey of self-discovery and spiritual awareness. On this card, Remliel takes the form of an old man. The symbols of lantern is seeing things in the light that were once hidden in darkness, illumination. The staff, this walking stick helps the hermit walk on the righteous path and represents going on an inner spiritual journey. Enlightenment is the sunlight at night. The mountaintop setting is the height of spiritual awareness. So the shootings were an awakening for enlightenment and seeing things that were once hidden to us. Okay, so the signifier for the shootings was the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so the Pentacles represent what is physical and correspond to the element of earth, so that has to do with money, health, work, and residence. They're about everyday living and concerns. Consider common expressions that use the term down to earth, salt of the earth. Why on earth? They all relate earth to a simple fact-based pragmatism. So with the Ace of Pentacles here, in relation to the Hermit, which is also an earth sign, it's a Virgo, and Virgo has to do with discernment, refining those details. The Ace of Pentacles, this large, heavy bronze pentacle is being slowly lowered down to earth by two angels. This conveys presence in the real world as well as the idea of being grounded. So the people in the donkey down here, wow, that's tiny. Man and beast, flesh and blood, they represent the physical nature of being alive and how we are all connected to the earth. Buildings. The buildings indicate a real tactile environment. They're the places people live and do business and represent daily life, and how people, both rich and poor, manage to get through it. So the direct meanings are issues related to the physical, material aspects of life, practicality, being grounded, producing, building, making things that take form, being mindful of your physical presence in the world and doing well, distinguishing the basics from things that are beyond basics. Wow. The shadow meanings are being too materialistic, worrying about physical or health issues. The angelic message is, may you be blessed with abundance, good health, and prosperity. Yeah. Those are the issues we're wakening up to, right? The Ace of Pentacles is covered in the Two of Wands, and the choices that we make, the ideas that we have when we are sparked with an idea. So if we are going to be having issues related to being here on earth, refining what we're going to do with that spark, with that idea. Okay? Don't put the cart ahead of the horse. Let's get grounded, back to basics, one step at a time. Doesn't that feel so foreign with this chaotic administration we live under? The challenge is The Knight of Pentacles. The mercenaries. The payoffs. Yeah, we know that. The wealth. Yep. And it's also the challenge is finding those good knights, because the good knights who are willing to be generous. Because what we think has been good has kind of deceived us. At the base of this, the Four of Swords, retreating and thinking about it, and the Five of Swords. Oh my, look at that. We have the 4 and 5 of Swords. You know, that 5 of Swords is usually my mafia card, Paul Manafort. So what do these swords have to say? Okay, so we have, at the base of this, we have the 4 of Swords. It represents stability, order, and the benefits of a solid foundation. Here, we have a tired man. Whether fully asleep or just taking a break, the man represents the necessity of rest and inactivity. Rest is so important, you guys, so that we can recharge and have enough energy for the next day. So the swords are the mind at rest. The angel hovers over the man at rest. Everything is still and quiet. She does not intervene, but simply watches as his strength is restored. Perhaps she sends an angelic message that enters into the man's dream, helping him process what's going on during the past day. His subconscious mind and spirit work as his conscious mind and body rest. We have to take care of ourselves, you guys, so that our angels can help us along. We also have the 5 of Swords at the base of this. 5 of Swords are about trouble, instability, and unpredictability. The background setting is a downcast foreboding angel fills the dark sky, indicating a hostile environment. The choppy water signifies hurt or unsettled emotions. Swords. On this card, the swords represent ideas and speech that are used to attack others. When used this way as weapons, the swords have power. The kind of power is often based on deception, twisted arguments, or propaganda, and has little to do with objective truth or ethical standards. Man with the swords. Having 3 of the 5 swords shown in the card, the man in the foreground has upper hand over the other figures. He is won, perhaps, by shameless, unscrupulous methods, and they have lost. Smirking, he doesn't seem to have any empathy for the defeated. Swords on the ground are ideas and speech that no longer work as effective weapons. Wow. Figures in the background. The defeated. Why did they lose? Why are we losing, you guys? Did they play by the rules, or were they dishonorable? Did they overestimate their own abilities? How did they handle defeat? So, the direct meaning is that all that matters is winning, even if it's by ruthless, unjust, or unethical means. Contempt for playing by the rules, what it's like to be a winner and to be a loser. Bullying, lack of empathy, or harsh criticism. No concern for right or wrong. Selfish and unsympathetic. Having the fear of being victimized or bullied. Fear of being weak. Insecurity, harm others before they can harm you attitude. The angelic message here, before you engage in conflict, examine your motives, because sometimes even if you win, nothing is resolved. Or worse, harm is needlessly done, both to others and yourself. So, and that the reminder is to rest. When we rest, we probably don't get ourselves in these situations. Okay, what's crowning the reading? The 2 of Pentacles. Look at all this earthy stuff. Earthy and mental. So the 2 of Pentacles. What do you... 2s represent duality and balance. Is she pretty? Look at them. Two Pentacles, juggling two things at once, pertaining to work, money, health, residence. Juggling two things at once affect the ability to balance different aspects of one life. You know what? It's almost like they're trying to tell us we're in so much chaos. The waves. Water indicates emotion, and waves are something that can potentially knock a person down. But the waves shown here are small and represent manageable stress, normal stress. So the beach is the natural environment. The woman, she takes on her responsibilities with a smile on her face. Don't drop the baby. Angel is the spiritual resources that help maintain balance. So the direct meaning, the ability to juggle or manage things in life without having it become too stressful or overwhelming. This goes straight to the new moon Leo that I talked to you guys about this week. Protect your heart this week. Maintain your balance. Being adaptable, flexible, having a good attitude, and taking things on and coping with everyday stress. Shadow meaning is constantly juggling. It can knock you down. The angelic message as we go through this and maintain our balance: may you take on challenges with a smile in your heart. Aw. Okay. In the past, related to the shootings, look at that, the Two of Swords being divided. Look how simple things are being kept for us. Two of Swords. This is like a new story. And how about that on eclipse energy? This is what we're supposed to do with eclipse energy, is to keep moving through the new, not stay hung up on the past. Two of Swords. Two of Swords represent duality and balance. Here we go again. Swords generally represent ideas, thoughts, or beliefs. Here, the two swords point in opposite directions, indicating conflicting beliefs, ideas that are completely different from one another, or disagreement. The sword symmetry shows that the two ideas and thoughts and beliefs are equally valid and important. The swords may also represent two sides of one idea or issue, the pros and the cons. So in the background, the combination of thought, the clouds, and intuition, the water, having a conscious sense or impression of something, the meshing of emotion and ideas. It kind of feels like we have to cut ourselves off one from the other, doesn't it? The main figure, the woman, is centered on the card, indicating balance. Her erect posture, practice your posture, you guys, because Leo rules the spine behind the back. Her erect posture favors neither left nor right, which symbolizes a neutral position. This woman will not come to any rash conclusions and impulsively blurt out a remark. So let's not be impulsive, you guys. Direct meaning, having two thoughts, ideas that are or seem to be in conflict, maintaining balance, determining the pros and cons. Neutrality, and not being ready to make a decision. The angelic message is, conflicting ideas often cause discomfort. But if you're able to emotionally disengage, calmness and rationality can prevail. I love that, because we are so engaged on an emotional level with this administration, because that's how he administrates. That's all he knows, is triggering emotions. Without social media and emotions to trigger, what is he going to do? Work? No. Figure it out? No. That's all he has. So we need to step back, discern, be grounded, one step at a time. We can do this, you guys. And what's to come? Seven of Swords. This is what's to come, you guys. We're not out of this yet. So sevens pertain to challenges, responsibility, and personal development. Symbols: the wolf are eating a sheep. He's just attacked. The wolf represents a moral instinct. There's nothing wrong with killing livestock from the wolf's point of view. He wanted to do it, and he did it. The man is the shepherd running away from the scene behind him. He's failed to protect his flock with one animal dead and the rest abandoned and in danger. This represents shameful behavior, irresponsibility, and running away from the scene of a crime. Sheep crook. Laying on the ground, this shepherd's tool symbolizes an abdication of responsibility. Swords and daggers. Carried by hand, backpack, and belt sheath, these 7 blades represent mental excuses and rationalizations for abandoning his duties. Take note that the 4 swords in the man's backpack appear to be stabbing him in the back. So even though he thinks he's getting away with something, he's still harming himself with excuses and lies. Angels. Taking the form of clouds, the 2 angels are disturbed by the scene below. They represent moral authority and personal conscience. Direct meaning: self-deception, rationalizing bad behavior. Oh, we know who that is. The angelic message here: you think you're getting away with something now, but watch out, it may come back to bite you. It's going to come back to bite them. We are at a point where this stuff is going to come back to bite them. Give me one overall angel for what's to come. The 7 of Cups. Oh my goodness. I thought we finally get a cup. We finally get a cup. Earth, air, earth, earth, fire, earth, air, air, air. Cup. 7 of Cups. We going out for a drink? What's going on? 7 pertains to challenges, responsibility, and personal development. Symbols: cups floating in the clouds. Clouds stand for thoughts, and the cups pictured here are not real but represent emotional thoughts. The different kinds of cups stand for a variety of options, wishes, impulses, or goals the man might have. Direct meaning: having a variety of choices, having the opportunity to choose, envisioning the possibilities, potential plans for the future, daydreaming, creative thinking. The shadow meaning is lack of focus, an unquiet mind, wishful delusional thinking. The angelic message: healthy illusions provide hope and motivations, especially during transitional periods. Unhealthy illusions are misleading thoughts that lead to bad decisions and can harm both yourself and others. True. So we're going to keep dreaming. We're going to keep our eyes on the prize. Remliel, R-A-M-L-I-E-L, Remliel is with us during this awakening and discernment. Remliel is going to help us see things that were hidden, be more introspective, to watch our loneliness, watch your neuroticism. Call on Remliel. Helping others who seek guidance is commendable. A spiritual guide can have great influence over the student. Take care not to abuse or become abused by the power of this role. So you can really take care of your thoughts is what I'm getting from that. Okay.